This program is about unsolved mysteries. What you are about to see is not a news broadcast.
On Monday, February 13th, 2023, Discover MediaWorks content manager Travis Boles arrived fashionably late to work to discover that a small rubber duck had been left on his computer mouse. On Tuesday, February 14th, Valentine's Day, a second duck was discovered. By Wednesday morning, there were as many as 4 ducks in the office, with no explanation as to the potentially shocking secret origins of the colorful, friendly, and mysterious ducks. Could it only be playful office behavior? Perhaps another employee is concealing a hidden surplus of ducks. Or is it something more sinister, and something that potentially goes all the way to the very top? Is someone placed high up in the company aware of Travis's troubled history with ducks and has set in motion a deadly plot whereby a carefully coordinated series of duck deployments executed under the cover of darkness will deliver a psychological death blow that sends the new content manager packing back to Texas? Tonight, we break down the facts of the case, look closely at potential suspects, and finally, reveal how you may have an answer that could put an end to this mallard mystery. This is the city, Madison, Wisconsin. These are the ducks. Forensic evidence reveals curious similarities, such as their lush, Tammy Faye-like eyelashes, as well as inconsistent and troubling paint applications around the beak area. Does this suggest poor manufacturing of the ducks, potentially dangerous or unscrupulous practices regarding their fabrication? We turned to our crack research team to find out answers. Careful scrutiny was placed on the rubber ducks available from the Oriental Trading Catalog, but no match could be made. Notice the tiny, beady eyes with a total lack of luxurious lashes. After an exhaustive global search, the ducks were found in the most unlikely of places, Amazon.com. Despite ongoing supply chain issues, the average citizen can purchase as many as 100 of these ducks for less than $20 US. With so many ducks available at such a low cost, it's entirely possible that what started as a friendly office prank could escalate into a duck deluge of epic proportions. With such a threat looming, our investigative team's attention turned to a carefully selected short list of suspects. Portia Danis, video editor. Friendly, unassuming, potentially capricious. On Valentine's Day afternoon, Travis Boles and his daughter Kingsley, age 7, had a friendly exchange with Danis as they were leaving to go get a Happy Meal. During the exchange, Mr. Boles mentioned that more ducks were found on his desk, and a passing, informal inquiry was made as to their sudden appearance. Eyewitness accounts from the day indicate that Danis was dodgy. Upon mention of the ducks, they immediately broke eye contact, and their answers became mumbly, inconsistent, and incomplete. It is the opinion of the investigators that Danis knows more than they are letting on. Quinn Sauvignac, video editor. Affable and musically inclined. Smells of lavender. In an exchange in the producer's thread, Sauvignac denied knowledge of the ducks and floated the notion that someone higher up in the Discover MediaWorks organization may be involved. Mr. Sauvignac's obvious head-fake attempt to fool investigators into believing that there is a great duck conspiracy coming from the very highest levels of Discover MediaWorks may reveal his complacency in and potential responsibility for this plot. Due to a lack of evidence, no warrant was ever issued for Mr. Sauvignac's arrest or the search of his home or office. But when the perpetrator is found, it is likely that they will be facing charges of purporting japes, instigating a skylarking, and furnishing a fresh round of ballyhoo. Is this a targeted attack on Mr. Boles' already fragile psyche? Is this an elaborate scheme for attention by Mr. Boles himself? Or could this be part of a larger conspiracy to test the very limits of how much harmless fun a group of creative professionals can have without threatening their livelihoods? If you or anyone you know has information that could lead to the identification, apprehension, and eventual prosecution of whoever is responsible for these mysterious ducks, call the number on your screen. Or send a self-addressed stamped envelope to Scruff McGruff, Chicago, Illinois, 60652. The answers, my friends, are blowing in the wind. It could be you that helps state and local authorities keep small plastic ducks off of Travis's desk and behind plexiglass in arcade claw machines where they belong. Last week on our program, we brought you the story of the Valentine's Day duck horror of 2023. Tonight, the latest developments on that case. You will hear senses-shattering, unreleased eyewitness testimony and examine a recent break in the case that could mean an end to this duck devastation. Last Thursday, February 16th, 2023, the day our episode premiered, a fresh battery of ducks were discovered in Travis Boles' office, once again in direct violation of recent avian conservation legislation that prohibits the abandoning of waterfowl in a place of business. Then, again on Friday, the blitz continued with more derelict ducks drifting down, disrupting the day's discourse and developing a distressing district upon the desk. Something had to be done about the ducks. On Friday, an emergency meeting of the Joint Chiefs of Staff in the war room of the Oval Office took place, and over coffee and bars, a bold new plan of attack was hashed out. Step 1, widen the duck net. Step 2, depose witnesses. Step 3, Plan X. Initially, only 2 individuals had made the short list of suspects. Under these new directives, everyone is under suspicion. The list of potential suspects expands to include the entire production staff of Discover MediaWorks: photographers, producers, engineers, plumbers, birthday clowns. Anyone who has been near a duck and Travis's office is met with renewed scrutiny.
Following deposition was recorded at Wednesday at 2:05 p.m. Teddy Meyer. Teddy, where were you Monday morning at around 8:30 a.m.?
8:30 a.m. I was at my house and getting ready to leave. It was kind of a chaotic morning.
Where were you this Monday around 8:30 a.m.?
Hooters.
Where were you this week Monday around 8:30 a.m.?
Monday at 8:30 a.m. I was getting ready.
Getting ready to put ducks in my office?
No.
Mr. Hollandike, where were you on Monday at roughly 8:30 a.m.?
Work.
Do you know who is leaving ducks in my office?
No.
Do you know the identity of whoever is putting ducks in my office?
No.
Do you know who is hiding ducks in my office?
No. I have no idea who's hiding ducks in your office. To me, it's kind of funny.
It was then that investigators hit a brick wall. How to depose witnesses and interrogate suspects without alerting the culprits and causing them to take their ducks and fly. Who from outside the Discover MediaWorks organization could be tapped to provide insider information? A passing encounter at the Claire's in the mall led to a shocking revelation. A source had been discovered, a lone operator that had recently infiltrated the walls of DMW, and they were ready to talk.
The following statement was given by Kingsley Boles. Kingsley, it's my understanding that you saw ducks near Connor Seco's desk.
There were ducks in a circle, and one on this side of the desk and the other side.
Were they the same ducks that are in my office?
Yes. I've seen weird ducks all around there.
Really?
Ducks that are the same kind that are on your desk. Everywhere.
From the mouths of babes. A recent exchange with the videography team, and the spotting of a toy duck that at the time seemed of no great import, but that now could be the one clue that ties this whole case up in a pretty pink bow made of sparkly ribbon with a kitty on it. Investigations into Seco's background revealed bizarre footage of campus shenanigans, revealing Seco's penchant for monkey shines and confirming his reputation as a real snickerdoodle.
Woo! Yeah!
By PM Sunday, things were looking dicey. The Madison, Wisconsin District Attorney's Office, in coordination with state and federal agents, struggled to pin down Seco's location and, outside the spotty memory of a 7-year-old girl, could not connect Seco directly to the ducks. There could only be one last-ditch, Hail Mary plan to catch the culprit in action. Plan X. A crisp Monday morning in Madison, Wisconsin. Outside, serenity. Inside Travis's office, however, was duck devastation. A hideous, colossal, comically large inflatable duck of loathsome aspect had surfaced, its girth straining the tiny confines of the room. Eyewitness accounts claimed that the duck was so large you had to step around it to make it to the desk, and someone could have rolled their ankle. Atop the duck's head, a new menace, a medium-sized duck, obviously the outfit's muscle, and atop his head, his consigliere duck. Within the beastly war duck lay a hideous sight, a rampaging raft of ducks. Also inside the nameless abnormal duck, a troubling communique, a message meant to taunt investigators and to celebrate the complete and total victory of madness above order. They say, friends, that it is darkest before dawn. Could victory be snatched from the very jaws of total defeat? There really was only one way. Plan X had to be a success. After collating data, identifying portals, reticulating splines, and ordering out for lunch, a shocking discovery was made. But we warn you, the following footage may be upsetting to some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. Connor Seco and his accomplice, Logan Ingram, are seen here delivering the hideous Trojan duck and its monstrous payload. After a nationwide manhunt, Logan Ingram was found barricaded in the walk-in freezer of an Arby's and was arrested after a 14-hour standoff. His sentencing has been suspended, pending appeal. Connor Seco, on the other hand, remains at large. He should be considered armed and dangerous. If you or any member of your IM force is caught or killed in the pursuit of his capture, the Secretary will disavow any knowledge of your actions. Remember, a desperate man with nothing to lose is capable of anything, apparently up to and including leaving dozens of small ducks in the office of some dude he's only known for about 6 months. Safe in the knowledge that we had our man, and his apprehension assured, the investigation closed down. Cameras were turned off, crews were sent home. And that, as they say, was supposed to be that. Up until late Tuesday night, when Mr. Boles called the Madison office in a panic. He had received an anonymous communication from a shadowy duck.
Hello, Travis. You are tenacious. I will give you that much. If you must keep digging, know that while ducks don't have ears, they are always listening. Keep investigating the ducks. You have no idea how deep the conspiracy goes. Duck, duck, duck. Hopefully, you will find your goose. Your friend, Hollow Bill.
What could it mean? How deep does this go? Is Connor Seco the goose? Was it really Logan all along and Connor only the button man? Or is the long-necked figurehead at the center of this conspiracy someone or something we haven't yet seen? The hunt for the mysterious goose at the dark heart of this sinister mystery continues. If you or anyone you know has any information that could lead to the identification of Hollow Bill or the true identity of the goose, call us. Could Connor and Logan only be a couple of ducklings? A couple of ducklings in a pond. A pond that's too deep for them to swim out of. Good night, and good duck.